Well, here we are. We're off on the, I guess what I'm going to start calling the virus holiday. And with expanding things here on the place, I'm going to add another 275 gallon tote right here so that we'll have almost 550 gallons of water storage to pump at one time. And I got this little tree here to pull out the way, and this one big rock, I'm hoping I can flip it over, kind of like I did that one there when I put that tank in, to kind of make a foundation for it. We're going to then just tie the two tanks together. I may move the overflow to the second one so the water flows in one, goes to the second one, and then comes out. But we'll see if we can get these trees out the way, or if I'm going to have to find a piece of equipment. Well, it's hard to tell, but that rock's about 3.5 foot by about 3 foot, about 30 inches deep, and it was sitting in this hole, and I'm going to slide it up. So kind of like that rock, it's sitting out there, but we got to manage to get a chain around it. Then it goes to a plain old simple come along over to that tree, and right now, as fast as I crank it up, it's sliding right along. I couldn't ask for it any better than this. A tractor or a backhoe would be fantastic, but don't have it, so you do the best with what you got. Well, there it is. We moved the rock over. We're about 6 foot away, so that'll give us about 1.5 foot between here and the other tank, be able to get in there and work, because we're going to need to get to the drain valve on this side. I had a bunch of this brick and broken up stuff I hauled back from that one job to get it out of the way. We're going to go up and get a couple buckets of gravel, put on top of all this and smooth it down, and see about setting the tank in there. Okay, so I did bring down a whole bunch of bricks, got them in there, and then this is just ROC gravel on top. Compact it down, get it all flat. We got the tank here laying on its side, gonna stand it up. So we're gonna go ahead and put some plumbing fittings on there to bring the pipe out. We'll do that before we get in there. The one I have down here already, I'm going to have to stand on my head and do it, so a little bit easier to do it while sitting up here. Well, there it is in place. I have the flow coming out from the top. Then on this side of the tank, it'll then go down and spill overflow, and that way it comes in on the far end of that tank. It'll always have water moving across the top. But on the bottom, in order for the pump to draw all the water it'll need at one time, I got a 2-inch line run from that valve on that tote over to this one. Yeah, it'd been nice if I'd have thought about this before, but I never planned on doing it and have both valves right here together, but didn't do that. So if everything works, I'm going to pump out of it a couple times. I'm going to end up covering this with dirt all the way around, leave some access holes to get to the valves, but wintertime here it'll freeze. And this will move me to 550 gallons of water storage here, the cistern at the bottom end. We'll end up putting a little roof over this to protect the top end of the tank from a tree branch around here falling on it. But it's hard to see, but I'm almost done building my retirement home up there. I've almost got it done. And I got the place in over here that I'm living in now. And I'm going to move another little one in to, I use as a display thing on shows. But I'm going to move a little arch cabin in as a partial office and a little guest room or refugee shack or something. I'll be moving that in here in the near future. Spent this weekend, the last couple days here working here. This is virus time, and it's been pouring down rain last night and today. Hopefully I'll get out of here tomorrow. I got some projects nobody's on, so I'm going to get over there and get back to work. My phone's ringing off the hook. People have been emailing me. on questions and whatnot, and I don't know if it's the virus season or if it's just springtime and everybody's getting ready to get going, but I do appreciate it. I will take this quick second and thank everybody who subscribed. I think I see about half or a third of who actually subscribes, because I see 4 or 5 subscribers and all of a sudden my numbers go up 10 or 15 at one time. So I don't know if Google quite gives me everybody sometimes or not. Well, let's go up and get into some other things. Well, the next video I'm going to do on spring houses and another modification to a spring box. But I wanted to show you the back end. And this is from where it comes from the old cisterns. Comes down, goes in the top of the first tank. But I had so much overflow, the pipe between the tanks couldn't handle it. So I continued this pipe and put another inlet into this tank. And then of course the outlet from both of them come over here and come down. And right now it's kind of hard to tell, but that 1-inch pipe is flowing probably about half full. We measured it. It's moving right now about 10 gallons per minute. And let me show you right quick just how we actually put these in. And yeah, I just unscrewed all this stuff, but what this is, it's just a 1-inch PVC fitting. But if you use an 1¼ hole saw, a regular old round wooden hole saw, this thing will actually screw itself in. It's perfect. It'll actually thread itself into that plastic tank. It'll actually get tight enough to seal. All these fittings we just kind of stick together so we can just, there's no pressure on them. And as you can tell, if it leaks, it ain't much. But they really don't leak and they screw right in. But all that is an 1¼ hole saw. And these are all 1-inch fittings, 1-inch PVC fittings. Then it goes back to running out the back end. Well, as I said before, I hope this helps some people. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Hopefully I got everything straight with my people, and hopefully my website, my Carolina Homestead Planner at Gmail still working. But contact me through YouTube and the internet. My phone number's on there most of the time. You can contact me. I have no problem if you call me or email me or text me questions. Miss Sarah, if you're watching this thing, we'll get that video from you sooner or later. And I might have to call you up and talk to you, and we'll work through getting that thing sent to me so I can help you on your water project. But if this thing helps, like it, share it, subscribe, tell your friends about it. We'll see you on the next one.